Shuttleworth display from RAF Station Czechoslovakia in the Czech Republic. It's the world's only airworthy Avro Anson 1. That will be back with us shortly. Looks like the Bristol M1C we had hoped also to see in that World War I slot has been reluctant. So now it's on to another of our international visitors. What a lovely little machine from the French wing of the Commemorative Air Force. 'Wow, what a sight. Just the one pass, but what a superb one from the Anson and the Blenheim. 26 squadrons across coastal and bomber commands had Ansons when war broke out. As a bomber, this aircraft could carry 360 pounds of bombs internally, not a huge pay command, for whom this aircraft had originally been designed. Just 2 days after the outbreak of war, number 500 Squadron made the RAF's first U-boat attack of hostilities, with Mark I Ansons like this. Then in May 1940, that same squadron was flying coastal patrols in these obsolete aircraft. As the month wore on, they found themselves covering the evacuation of the British Expeditionary Force from Dunkirk. And it was on the 1st of June that year when a section of 3 number 500 Squadron Ansons, led by Pilot Officer Pete Peters, was on one such patrol, hoping to reassure the remaining troops left on the beaches. And the most famous Anson engagement of the war occurred. But what can you say about this utterly beautiful restoration? The world's only airworthy Mark I Anson. This aircraft was built at the Avro plant at Yeadon in 1943. It went to Australia with the Royal Australian Air Force. It stayed in Australia post-war, including a long spell flying with a company called Brain and Brown Air Freighters in Melbourne, which had about 5 Ansons, and with whom this one had an incredibly colourful career. Melbourne to Tasmania and the Bass Strait Islands, including transporting crayfish from Tasmania to Melbourne. And Terry Brain, one of the proprietors of Brain and Brain.
Today is painted to represent Anson K6183 of 206 Squadron RAF Coastal Patrol, which was shot down by a German Heinkel 115 float plane in September 1939, just 2 days after war was declared. It was in fact the very first British aircraft to be lost in combat during the Second World War. And today it is in as close as possible configuration to that aircraft. It's complete with appropriate